Mud School, also known as Drilling Fluid School, is an all-field academy in the oil and gas sector where you get the opportunity to learn about rig operations, drilling, and so much more. The academy gives you the opportunity of learning on the job, start up a career as a mud engineer irrespective of whatever qualification you might have had, and also build on existing skills with practical trainings in the oil and gas sector. Job opportunities, both locally and internationally, in this arm of the sector is robust, but the workforce always do not correspond. Hence the need for such trainings to recruit more personnel into the field. On this episode, I had an interesting chat with the founder of one pioneering independent mud school in Nigeria, offering services in the oil and gas sector as a training academy. Welcome to Pacesetters.
My name is Solomon Chukwuemeka Akunuba. I'm the CEO and the founder of Citadel Mud School. We help people build career. We help people start a career. In case you're there wondering the best way for you to enter into the oil and gas, or if you have passion, we're the best people that you can talk to.
My name is Abiyayiwa Okafo.
My name is Adipola Itawo Stephen.
I'm Pharmacist Joy.
I'm Pharmacist Samson Obole.
I'm Carla God.
I am a Nigerian.
And I am a Pacesetter. It's nice to finally have you on the Pacesetters, and I'm excited with the work you've done, the journey so far. And I would just like to go straight into one good thing about my show is that I get to meet different people from different sectors. And today we're doing oil and gas. And I'm excited, really. So I need you to just please go straight. How did you get into the oil and gas sector? And how did you start Citadel Mud School?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Mud is not clay. It sounds like clay. It looks like clay. Mud is a fluid that we use for drilling and completion operations when you're drilling and you're trying to produce for oil and gas, for hydrocarbons. The fluid you use to ensure that you have a successful drilling operation. That's what is called mud, right? So either you call it mud or you call it drilling and completion fluids. Is a fluid. Now, I got into mud training business after I went for a training, the same training that I'm currently doing right now, where I had to pay $2,000 for that training.
What year was this?
That was 2007.
And you paid $2,000.
$2,000
then. Wow.
Yeah. So, and I discovered that within our country, Nigeria, we don't have independent training schools like that. All we have are training academies that are connected to a service company. So for you to get trained, it means you have to be their employee rather, right? They'll have to employ you first. You can't come from outside and say, "Oh, train me, I want to be a mud engineer." There was no option like that. So I saw an opportunity, a problem. There were people that wanted to build a career in that line, but limitation, how do I get access to go abroad? I don't have enough funds. So many difficulties, attached to trying to start a career. So I did my findings and I saw that I can start something in that regard. But at the initial stage, I was afraid because I didn't have the exposure, the experience, the industry, qualifications and all of that. So, but after my training, I got an opportunity to work in a training firm.
Oh, okay.
Where in the course of my training, I worked with that company for 5 years. Afterwards, the participants of each section keep telling me, when are you starting your own? When are you starting your own? When are you starting your own? At the time when I thought I was not qualified to start, I didn't have all, but they saw something maybe I was not seeing at that time. So I took the bold step. How I had to start was a client had to pay me upfront.
Oh, wow.
that she would wait for me to start. So I was pushed, and I started. And ever since I started, we started in 2012, got incorporated and did the relevant registrations we have to do. And that was how we started. And ever since, it's been awesome. We had different challenges, but the main reason why we had to start was there was a need, and we needed to provide a solution for that need.
I like the fact that you said you saw a need and you went further, you acted upon that, and Citadel Mud School was bettered. So how's it been? What was your process really? Because you were like the pioneers in this field. You like started it in Nigeria. So how is your process for? I think I should ask you, how is the process?
First of all, you start by registering. Register. When you call us to make inquiry, we ask different questions. Why do you want to do this program? We let you know what the program is. And some people don't even know what the program is all about.
Okay.
Just hear money. They want to get certification and all of that. We let you know what the program is all about. The online lasts for 2 weeks, and then after the classes, the next thing you do, there's an option for getting internship.
Okay.
It's optional, right? Where you will be mentored on the job, right? So there are 2 classes. You have the basic class, basic mud engineering, and then you have the advanced class. After the basic class, the next one you do is advanced, but you don't do the advanced until you have worked for maybe 2-3 years on the field, right? The basic class prepares you to come into the industry and start your career.
Give you full knowledge of what
you can with the basic class do all you have to do in the industry, 10 years, 20 years, and move on with your life.
Have you had females? Do the females go into this line?
Of course. We have females come, and they are the minority, but they are always the high flyers, right? Yes, they get jobs, in the midst of a lot of male figures, right? They have maybe 2 or 3 of them in an engineering class. All the females that have gone through the school, they always stand out,
So any lady, if you're watching, you can build a career in this part, because we have people that have gone through your school and they're doing very well. Now, I remember you mentioned the fact that you get to, even aside going through your school, you get to engage these people, get them jobs, because opportunities come to you. So I want you to just talk a bit about that. Is it everybody that comes to you that you have to, is it part of the process that if you come through the school, you're employed, or how do you do that?
Most times you see the percentage of, you have 70% of people that come for the training are sent by companies. They're already employed. They're not looking for a job. Now you see, among the remaining 30%, maybe about 10 or 15%, right, are coming for the training just to get into the business of one product or the other that is used in the industry. So they just want to come to know about it, right? And then the remaining, what we do, if you're looking for a job or you need a job, right, based on the assessment and where of course, to come to the school, the pass mark for the school is 80%.
Oh, wow.
You have to get 80% and above, right? And before you even get certified, right? And then from there, we have companies also requesting for those who have trained, right? The best hands we have trained. So we always forward the list of those that, we've trained for a period of time. And then they're invited for interview for job opportunities. So the first people that start getting that opportunity are those that did extremely well, because they are going out there to showcase us, right? But at the end of the day, everybody gets its own turn.
But like you said, the opportunity is there. The jobs are really there. So you just need more workforce and getting the training. Amazing. Now, I would like to know, like you mentioned that you started this academy in Nigeria, because I want to believe that we'll have some other people coming up. Well, how was it for you when you started? Because being like the first, there definitely would have been some challenges you had to face. So I just want you to mention some challenges you had to overcome, because the reason for the show is to inspire people, and most times every business comes with its own challenge. So are there any challenges you had to face, and how did you overcome them?
Of course, there are a lot of challenges. When I started, a lot of people told me you can't do it. You don't have the experience, you don't have the exposure, you don't have the financial capacity, but we had to start, and we started by faith. Eventually, today, the same people that say you can't do it are coming back to say, thank God, thank you for standing in there, and they're now making referring people to us to train, I remember on one occasion, several companies offered to buy us up, with a lot of work that we have done, even though at that moment it wasn't producing as much profits, but
as it is now.
They saw the potential, they saw the intellectual work that was already done. When you start, you have to do a lot of intellectual work.
True.
And that's the property for you, and that's your assets
True.
at that moment. So they wanted to buy us up, and it was quite tempting to sell off and just get a job and move with your life. But we stood our ground, and today we're happy. We're glad.
I can imagine that you were just starting, so I'm sure the price was enticing enough for you to think twice and wow. But thank God you didn't. At least now you're on the Pacesetters show because you stood on the vision and you built on the vision. I'll say congratulations, sir.
Ellen 24/7 is first of all a news station.
Well, we continue with updates from the just concluded governorship
in the Southeast has raised questions if INEC will be able to conduct elections.
With a core team of over 40 correspondents spread across Nigeria.
Nigeria is set to take its place.
And affiliates in Africa, Europe, America, and Asia. We give you news as it breaks from the perspective you can trust.
Ellen 24/7 News, where the story goes, we go.
My name is Abiyayiwa Okafor.
My name is Adepola Itawo Stephen.
I'm from Mrs. Joy.
I'm from Samson Obole.
I'm Carla God.
I am a Nigerian.
And I am a Pacesetter.
From just taking that bold step of meeting a need in the sector, the Citadel Mud School was bettered, and that's just a fraction of the parent company, Citadel Energy Resources. Solomon takes us through a tour into the facility.
This is one of our classroom and exam center, that we use if we're going to be doing online classes or conduct exams online. We use here. And if we're going to be having seminars, we use here for a bigger audience. And then this is one of our special classrooms.
My name is Abiyayiwa Okafor.
My name is Adepola Itawo Stephen.
I'm from Mrs. Joy.
I'm from Samson Obole.
I'm Carla God.
I am a Nigerian.
And I am a Pacesetter.
Now, I want to know how do you get to, what's your call? Like you said you love teaching, you love mentoring. So the academy, is it just about people come in, they're trained, they go? What exactly Citadel Mud School? What are the features of the school?
Okay, Citadel Mud School is actually just one of the business units of the parent company.
Oh, okay.
Right? The parent company is Citadel Energy Resources, right? And there, beyond the Mud School, that offers training for those that want to be the current oil and gas industry, we also render laboratory services, quality control and quality assurance laboratory services, right?
Okay.
On drilling and completion fluid products.
Wow.
So we serve as third-party lab where maybe an operator wants to verify the quality of a particular product. They always come to us. We also have a lab that supports research and development, of chemicals used for drilling.
Okay.
Then we also have a lab that if you want to lease for maybe the technical operation, you can come and lease. So we also offer that laboratory services. We also do field supports when there's an issue on the rig, that requires a technical know-how. We are consulted and we have people that can, give that support remotely. Then we also do manpower supply services, where we request recruitment. We do that when people outsource their recruitment. They're looking for a particular
specialist.
They always contact us, and we, from our pool of expertise that we have, we can make our recommendations.
Wow! So the school itself is just a fraction of the services you render. Amazing. Okay, now like you were talking about the rig. How do you get to handle these various arms? Like there are plenty of branches to Citadel Mud School, and you also mentioned you do online courses. So how do you relate to your students online, those on site, those that have to be on the field? Just give us a little brief on that.
Basically, we have a structure.
Okay.
The structure we built over time helps us to manage all the processes that are involved. When we moved and started the online was in 2020.
Okay.
When there was lockdown, and there was no way to start people to gather to deliver training physically. So we have to start thinking, what do we do? How do we go about our delivery?
Meeting a need. That's also meeting another need.
So we had to get some media facilities, cameras and all of that, and online platform as well, so that we can start delivering. And we tried it, it worked.
Wow. And
we're glad we started. So right now we're working on perfecting the platform that we're using, so that as delivery will be seamless. That's for that. But see, the online and the physical classes don't run at the same time.
Okay.
So yes, it doesn't run. When the physical is running, the online cannot run.
Okay.
But there's a schedule for a whole year. Usually at the beginning of the year, we drop a schedule so that when we meet a client, we share the schedule for the year. The client now decides the one he wants to enroll for
around it. That's nice. So that means for the online, there's a schedule and it will not interrupt the on-site or when you need to go to the field. Yeah. Amazing. Okay, I'll be rounding up, but I'd like to know, like, do you have international clients, or do you have people that have come through your school and right now are working in the global stage? Testimonies of such.
Yes, we, of course, when most of the people that come from online classes come from outside the country.
Oh, so your services are not just rendered in Port Harcourt, Nigeria.
We have people that come from Algeria, people that come from Abu Dhabi, Middle East, some come from Saudi Arabia. The last time we had people come from Pakistan, and as remote, they can come. We also have people come from India, so it's not limited to
the location.
And then we also have people that have trained over and they've worked and now they're working on a global stage, right, with our certificates, right, with the training that we gave to them, and these same people, they will always want to come back to give back to the institution that trained them, as their own way of supporting and saying thank you.
Wow.
And when you look at how far they've gone just in a short period of time, you're just amazed at What
if you didn't start?
Exactly. What knowledge you put into somebody can produce.
Okay, let me ask you this question. What will you say is most fulfilling for you starting the Citadel Mud School?
Wow. I would say one thing amongst every other. Seeing them come back to say thank you for the opportunity to learn on the Citadel. And somebody sent me a message that he got a job. He's one of our training. One of the people that we have trained. This same person trained with us. This same person, we submitted his CV to a company. We guided him on how the interview would be, and he was interviewed.
And he got the job. Wow.
So this is one amongst many. Some from Saudi Arabia, they always call and say thank you. So hearing that, seeing them.
More like you're establishing people,
yes, exactly.
Different places all over the world.
And there is a particular person, not just one person, not two, that will come and they started their own businesses just by coming. And they are now
employing other people. Wow, amazing. Do you know the depth of what you're doing? It's really big, and really that's why you're on the Pacesetters show, because that's why I'm always concerned about people waiting to get a job. And when you have something you can do, or maybe there's something you are coming to, a problem is always falling at your doorstep, and you're not seeing the opportunity in it. So I want to say thank you for taking that step. I can imagine how it was for you going into something that nobody was doing, and the fact that the knowledge, you didn't get it easily. You had to spend, that's like you said, $2,000 again. Oh wow, you didn't mention that. Imagine. So this is something that took you so much to acquire, but you decided to make it possible for others. Amazing. Lastly, I just wanted to talk to our viewers. You know, the show, what we do is we inspire people. Businesses are happening in Nigeria. People are doing great things. So I need you to advise that viewer watching. They could have a dream, but they have not, maybe they are still in the thinking stage, and some just need a push. Just push them. Say something to inspire them from your testimony.
Well, if you're watching me, wherever you're watching me from right now, the best time to start is now. Don't look at the funds, don't look at the capital available. Just look within. All that you need is within you. Don't think that you need a special experience or 20 years or, those are just propaganda. Don't believe in those things. Just believe in what God has said about you. Believe in the vision God has given to you. If there's a vision God has given to you, now you should start. Just step out. The first money I earned from that business was what I used to start. Imagine earning the money without registering a company.
Wow.
That was a challenge for me. So I also challenge you today. You have someone that can pay you for a service. Just start. Talk about the service and start. And then what happens when you have started? Leave it to God. Gradually God will take you from one step to another step. And that is how it's gonna be.
Amazing. So you heard him. Start. Don't wait. Don't always wait. In fact, in this economy that we are right now, you can't wait. You must be pushed, but don't be pushed to do the wrong thing. So start, like he said, that idea, that problem you're seeing, you are the solution. Make up your mind to make a difference. And the fact that that's one thing I've always heard from my guests is that most times for you to be on my show, you're successful at it, they don't go because of the money. They go because they saw a need and they are meeting it. So that's what I will implore you today. Make sure you look within. There's a problem you can solve, and just start. And I will be glad to showcase your work to the world, because that is what I do on the Pacesetters show. I'm happy seeing businesses thrive, and you can decide to be on the Pacesetters by just taking the action today. So I look forward to hearing from you soonest. My name is Rhoda Onozulike. Thank you, and see you next time.